Diamonds are not precious. Billions of people around the world have been fooled by a company. People were told that if your love is permanent, you need to prove it with something invaluable. Anyone with some money wants to buy a diamond ring. Diamond rings have become a status symbol in our society. To avoid smuggling, De Beers company promoted diamond jewelry by getting big Hollywood stars to wear it. Celebrities like Vince and Jennifer Lopez wore diamond rings at the Golden Globe Awards. These celebrities were paid to promote diamonds. Think about the level of the long game being played here. Hello friends, in 1997, there was a diamond mine on the west coast of South Africa called Alexkor. Diamonds were mined here. Suddenly, many pigeons appeared around this mine. People working here were excited to see these pigeons, thinking it could be a way to steal diamonds. Actually, what's happening? At that time, this west coast of South Africa was called the Forbidden Zone. A common man couldn't enter this area. People working in these mines lived in houses built by mining companies and sent their children to schools built by these companies. They were not allowed to leave the mine area. There were X-ray machines installed and workers were searched repeatedly. They were given constipation relief medicines to prevent them from swallowing diamonds. Miners who died while working were buried within the mine to prevent smuggling of diamonds. Coming back to the pigeons, as soon as the miners saw them, they started catching and training them to smuggle diamonds. But what the miners didn't know was that the pigeons were actually informants. The police had trained these pigeons beforehand to catch people smuggling diamonds. The miners quickly trained the pigeons, but the police had trained them for a longer time. The pigeons remembered their police training and would fly straight to the police with the diamonds. As a result, the police arrested over 100 miners. Consequently, human body parts started appearing in the Orange River. Some miners were burned alive. The police officially recorded only 70 arrests. The diamond mining companies were so powerful that they controlled everything. To save their empire, in 1998, keeping pigeons was declared illegal, and another rule was made. If you have a weapon and don't shoot down a pigeon on sight, you'll be punished. All this was done because diamonds were considered very valuable and still are today. Many people give diamond rings as engagement gifts, saying diamonds are forever, a symbol of eternal love. Diamonds are timeless, beautiful symbols of love. They're the world's most precious gem. Anyone with some money wants to buy a diamond ring. Diamond rings have become a status symbol in our society. But how would you feel if I told you diamonds aren't precious? Billions of people worldwide have been fooled by a company. A company has spread lies, and its diamond mining has led to civil wars in several African countries, destroying them. Millions of African children were forced into labor. Weapons were traded for these diamonds. We'll continue the discussion in the video. If you're planning to celebrate special moments, watching this video till the end will be special for you. The history of diamonds. Although it's even older than the Koh-i-Noor, we'll start our story in 1860, when a turning point occurred in the industry. Two settlers, Johannes and De Beers, arrived in South Africa and found diamonds on their farm. They started diamond mining and later sold their mine to businessman Cecil Rhodes. Rhodes was a British businessman who was one of the richest men of his time. Apart from De Beers, when other people in South Africa discovered diamond mines, Rhodes contacted them and gradually bought all their diamond mines. In 1888, he formed the De Beers Company, and by 1900, he had gained control over 90% of the world's diamond production. De Beers was producing 90% of the world's diamonds, making it a monopoly. Before this, diamonds were found either in India or South America. A diamond is forever, in the true sense. This company was a monopoly. Diamonds were considered luxury items, but when they were found in large quantities in Africa, their supply increased and De Beers' monopoly was threatened. If diamonds became easily available, they wouldn't be seen as luxury items and their value would decrease. After World War I and the Great Depression of 1929, people had limited financial resources. They couldn't afford diamonds and demand decreased. When supply increases and demand decreases, the price drops. The Beers found a solution, leveraging their monopoly to artificially limit diamond supply. They created an artificial shortage, making people believe diamonds were scarce. They stopped selling new diamonds mined from their mines and stored them instead. This created an artificial shortage, controlling supply. On the other hand, to increase demand, De Beers contacted advertising agency NWA in 1938. Their goal was to advertise diamonds in a way that made people believe they needed a diamond ring for proposals and weddings. In 1947, the agency launched the Diamond is Forever campaign, telling people to spend 2 months' salary on a diamond, which would last forever and symbolize their love. This created a psychological necessity for diamonds. Celebrities were given diamonds to increase their value, and people's behavior changed over time. The perception of diamonds has remained the same to this day. The Diamond is Forever campaign is considered one of the most successful ad campaigns. People were told that if their love is permanent, they need to prove it with something invaluable. An emotional attachment was created with diamond engagement rings. Diamonds were linked to economic success and social status, targeting men as well. Ads were published in magazines, showcasing celebrities and their diamond engagement rings. In 1938, De Beers owner Harry Oppenheimer wrote in a memo that there were few scenes in films where girls selected or bought engagement rings. He suggested contacting writers and directors to include such scenes, showcasing diamonds prominently in films and songs. This was a long game played at a massive level, forcefully promoting diamonds in films and songs. In the 1953 film Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, iconic actress Marilyn Monroe sang a song called Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. From the 1950s, celebrities were given diamond jewelry to wear at events like the Academy Awards. It wasn't that these celebrities were buying diamonds themselves. The company was giving them diamonds for free to promote diamonds, increase their value, and make them a status symbol. In 1947, Britain's Queen Elizabeth II visited De Beers mines in South Africa, and the company gifted her a 6-carat diamond. Stories about diamonds like the Koh-i-Noor and Hope Diamond also sparked people's interest. The impact of this was massive. In 1940, only 10% of brides in America received diamond engagement rings, but by 1990, this number had risen to over 90%. De Beers did something similar in Japan, where engagement rings weren't part of the culture. By 1981, 60% of Japanese brides received diamond engagement rings, and Japan became the second-largest consumer market for diamonds. Throughout this, De Beers maintained control over the supply chain, buying diamonds from Russia to Australia. In 1956, Soviet geologists discovered a massive diamond field in Siberia. De Beers offered to buy all the diamonds at a guaranteed price, paying the Soviet Union around $25 million annually. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1990, De Beers offered the new government $1 billion for the Siberian diamonds. You can imagine how far this company was willing to go to control the global supply. Even today, De Beers has the world's largest stockpile of unpolished diamonds, and the stability of the global diamond industry depends on De Beers creating an artificial shortage of diamonds. The organization, backed by the US, controlled most of Angola's diamond mines, forcing local farmers to work as slave laborers to find diamonds. In Sierra Leone, rebels sold diamonds to buy weapons and ammunition, fueling the civil war that lasted for over a decade. By this time, it was clear that diamonds were funding civil wars in African countries. Warlords used diamond sales to fund their wars, earning them the name blood diamonds. Western businessmen directly exchanged diamonds for weapons with warlords and rebels. A straightforward exchange was happening. Belgian businessman Serge Muller bought diamonds from Sierra Leone's President Valentine and his men in exchange for weapons from Romania, earning him the nickname Mr. Blood Diamond. Children were forced into labor, especially during wars, as they were small enough to dig into narrow mines. Thousands of children were kidnapped and forced to work in mines during Sierra Leone's 10-year civil war. The 2006 Hollywood film Blood Diamond starring Leonardo DiCaprio, highlighted this issue, increasing awareness among people about the dark truth behind diamonds. The film showed where the money for diamond engagement rings actually goes, but to counter the film's impact, De Beers promoted diamonds by paying Hollywood stars to wear diamond jewelry. Stars like Jennifer Lopez wore diamond rings at the Golden Globes Awards. Under the Kimberley process, every diamond shipment is certified with the country of origin. However, this process has loopholes. For example, when diamonds from the Central African Republic were banned, they were smuggled from Congo and certified with Kimberley process certificates. In Africa, child labor, low wages, and harsh working conditions were common in diamond mines. If workers died, it was often not reported. For example, in Zimbabwe, human rights violations were documented, but in 2008, the army took control of a mine, killing over 100 workers. This was not considered a violation of the Kimberley process because it was done by the government, not rebels. Dogs were sometimes set on the workers, causing serious injury or death. The diamond mine was run by a company linked to Zimbabwe's former president Robert Mugabe, and the police and army controlled the torture camps. In 2009, government soldiers killed over 200 people and raped local women to take control of the diamond fields. Despite this, the Kimberley process did not ban Zimbabwe's diamonds. Most people buying diamonds are unaware of these facts, and what they do know is often false. For example, many believe that buying diamonds is a good investment, but this is not true. Diamonds have little investment value. People often view diamonds as more valuable than gold, but this is a misconception. Gold has a higher resale value than diamonds. The value of diamonds is not like gold, which increases over time. Diamonds are difficult to resell, and their value does not appreciate. In fact, selling diamonds is almost impossible at the same price you bought them for. Unlike gold or shares, diamonds do not have a unified market where you can easily sell them. In 1970, a British magazine bought some diamonds and tried to sell them in 1978, but they couldn't get an offer even close to the original price. However, some natural diamonds can hold their value, such as rare types like pink diamonds, yellow diamonds, or diamonds over 4 carats. These are collected by collectors and can hold some value. In India, when you try to sell diamonds, jewelers usually don't give you cash, but instead offer exchange options. They use technical terms like cut, clarity, color, and certification to reduce the resale value. From a scientific perspective, diamonds are made of carbon bonds, a material that can be found everywhere. Diamonds can evaporate and convert to CO2 when exposed to heat. Gold, on the other hand, is a rare earth element that remains unchanged even when heated. Pure gold is also a noble element, making it difficult to react chemically. Diamonds require regular inspection and cleaning, which can be costly. The carbon bonds that make diamonds are the same as those that make graphite, the material found in pencils. Diamonds are formed when carbon atoms are subjected to high heat and pressure, creating strong bonds that accumulate layer by layer to form a diamond. Naturally, this process occurs 100 miles beneath the Earth's surface. The process of creating diamonds is not complicated, and we can replicate it in a lab by applying heat and pressure to carbon. In 1950, General Electric pioneered the first successful attempt at creating artificial diamonds. Initially, these lab-grown diamonds were only suitable for industrial use. However, with advancements in technology and innovation, it's now possible to create high-quality jewelry-grade diamonds in a lab that are indistinguishable from natural diamonds. Lab-grown diamonds are 10 times cheaper to produce than natural diamonds and are more environmentally friendly, with significantly lower carbon emissions. Between 2020 and 2023, the price of natural diamonds dropped by 59%, and it's expected to drop another 40%. Even companies like De Beers are being forced to adapt to the changing market. De Beers' monopoly on diamonds is being disrupted by lab-grown diamonds, forcing them to reduce their prices by 40% and decrease their profit margin from 60% to 40%. In 2020, Lab-grown diamonds accounted for only 0.4% of overall diamond sales, but by 2023, this number had risen to 9.3%. I believe we need to raise more awareness about the issue of diamond mining, which has been deceiving people for the past 70 to 80 years. In June 2023, Prime Minister Narendra Modi gifted a 7.5-carat lab-grown diamond to U.S. First Lady Jill Biden during his U.S. visit. This diamond was created in a lab in Surat and took 100 days to make. The story of the Koh-i-Noor diamond is interesting and shocking. It's considered the most cursed diamond in the world and has been responsible for toppling many thrones. Thank you for watching, and we'll meet again in the next video.